Chili rellenos, stuffed poblano peppers, roasted, peeled, charred, stuffed with organic beef in my own chorizo blend. Let's do it. And it's keto friendly. I'm Chef Evelyn, Evelyn's Midtown Kitchen. Let's cook. I'm hungry. I really am. Here we go. Stuffed poblano peppers, one of my favorites. You cover with a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, roast the poblanos in the oven. And while that's being worked on, chop up your cauliflower. You want to chop this pretty fine because you're going to mix it in with the ground beef and stuffed poblanos. And give it a chance to char. You see that beautiful char on top? That's what you want to see. We can peel that, but before we peel, we want to add them to a plastic bag or a bowl covered with plastic to allow them to sweat. The sweat allows the poblanos to be peeled much more easily later. So give that about 10, maybe 15 minutes or so. And then I'm just going to do a quick fine chop on my shallot. This has a lot of flavors. This recipe is filled with flavors. And this is how we do it. We chop the shallots, and then we take some garlic, of course, and chop that pretty fine as possible. And with the garlic, you know, sometimes it sticks to the knife, but just add a little bit of water. I didn't do it on this day, but that's a little tip for you. Sometimes that garlic can be sticky, so you just add a little bit of water to allow chopping to be easy. But you see, I do a little quick fan around, chop, chop, chop. You want it pretty fine. There you go. And the spices, you got paprika, cinnamon, chili powder, dried oregano, onion powder, bay leaf, and some thyme, and add a little bit of salt too. This is my chorizo blend. Look how beautiful and colorful that is. It's just so much fun. And something like this, we're not going to use all of it for this recipe. So this type of blend you can have at home anytime and make it for dishes for weeks. And that's exactly what I did. I use this chorizo blend in everything. So keep that in mind. Put it in a little mason jar and, you know, it's going to kick your dinner up a notch. So after my poblanos have sweat, I'm taking the time to peel them. Now, I could go a little bit faster and scrape them off with the paring knife, but I want to take my time here because I want to keep them intact. I want to control where, you know, my poblano is split down the middle. So I took a little bit of extra time to peel, and this allows the poblano to have a better texture when it's ready to eat. And trust me, you'll be happy you put the work in. And just take a moment to scrape out those seeds. It's not too spicy, it's just a personal preference, so if you want to keep them in, you can. But I like to scrape them out to have a clean product in the end. Trust me, all the work that you put into this will be well worth it because I enjoyed this recipe. All right, so now I am sauteing my beef, my ground beef, and after I've allowed it to brown, this is where I'm adding that delicious chorizo blend. And look, be generous. Don't be shy about your seasoning. I used about 1 to 2 tablespoons per pound, so really give it a chance to saute. And once that is cooked through, I am adding my cauliflower and shallots. This is where we're adding flavor. We're adding layer upon layer of flavor, okay? So I just added the tomato paste and then the mascarpone, but in between each step, I give it a chance to saute, to cook through, to develop that flavor, to get a little bit of toastiness in each layer. So take your time. If you're not sure how to incorporate flavor, really take the time to saute and cook each ingredient through. Now, obviously, I am stuffing poblanos and it's looking delicious already. Then you want to top it with with some shredded mozzarella. And then for more flavor, of course, sprinkle a little bit of smoked paprika on top. Put it in the oven for about 15 minutes to melt through or to brown. And here we go, I'm tasting. And let me tell you, I enjoyed this recipe so much. You see the cheese is all brown and delicious. And here I am dancing. That dance is real. And that flavor, because I'm experiencing so many flavors in my mouth at one time. Yes, girl. All right, wipe your mouth. Yes, I know you liked it. Recipe at eatkculinary.com.